Excuse me, my fellow. Hey, dude. Aye, mate. Excuse me, sir. Okay, these are all words. Fellow, bloke, chap, gent, gentleman, dude, guy, a person, a geezer, a lad, even a customer. Okay, these are ways of referring to a person who you don't know their name or you don't want to refer to their name, or to an individual. Okay, I want to look at these because you need to use different words in different circumstances. So, a fellow, yeah, excuse me, my fellow. This sounds rather posh, maybe slight, slightly formal, yeah. He's a very interesting fellow. Okay, this is a middle class phrase used to talk about a person. But then again, you can also use this as a working class phrase. But instead of saying fellow, you say fella. He's an interesting fella. Okay, he's an interesting bloke. Okay, so bloke, a person. Um, a bloke came up to me in the pub. I think this is probably um, neither high class nor low class. It's neither posh nor um common. Yeah, it works both ways. Okay, chap. A chap is terribly posh. He's an interesting chap. Sounds really posh. Yeah, you can't say, excuse me, chap. No. But he's an interesting chap. You can use this to refer to an individual. Okay, what about this word, a guy? He's an interesting guy. To me, guy is very American. Yeah. As a Brit, he's an interesting guy. I like this guy. As a Brit, I would probably say I like this bloke. More neutral, I like this chap. What about a gentleman? Okay, excuse me, my man. I can't say excuse me, my gent. No. Okay, he's an unusual gentleman. This gentleman has strange ways of doing things. So, gentleman, this is fairly posh again. Whereas you can use the shortening of this, gent. He's a really interesting gent. Yeah, he's a really interesting gent. So gent, much more informal and much less posh. Um, okay, a blighter. The blighter then stole my money. This is a posh word to say a person, but this is critical. You don't like a person. A blight is like a disease of a plant. And this blighter then was extremely rude to me. Geezer. Geezer. This is very informal. This is very street slang, very working class. A geezer come up to me in the pub. Okay, he's a really weird geezer. Okay, geezer, very informal, not at all posh. Um, okay, customer. He's a tricky customer. Okay, he's a very cool customer. So here, personal, individual. I think this is probably more neutral in the level of poshness, and I think probably neutral formality as well. Um, okay, so okay, yeah. A boy or lad, yeah. If you're talking, excuse me, boy, this is extremely rude and extremely patronizing and condescending. Yeah, he's an interesting old boy. This is completely. This is not rude or uh, aggressive. Yeah, he's a very interesting old boy. Yeah, because boy normally is somebody new. The old boy then did this, but this is for somebody who's quite mature. Um, Excuse me, my lad. So, my lad, a lad. Lad, could you come over here? He's a very self-absorbed lad. This is for somebody who's young, yeah? Okay, yes, buddy. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? This is, again, very American. To me, buddy. Um, buddy, this is a very American phrase. Um, buddy, can you spare a dime? Buddy means friend. Okay, all of these are effectively synonyms for this word mate, which the British use the whole time. Notice, if you using the word mate, this is not at all posh. Yeah, this is fairly neutral or low class in the scale of poshness. Hey, mate, what are you doing? Yeah, excuse me, sir, what are you doing? So let's see. I think excuse me, sir, is probably the best way to address somebody that you don't know. Excuse me, sir, could you tell me the time? Hey, mate, could you tell me the time? Hey, mate, could you tell me the time? Um, so this has certainly a lot less class to it. Okay, so I've given you quite uh, a selection of words here. So, my fellow, old chap, old boy, these all sound really quite posh. He's an interesting fellow. This fellow came up to me. He's an interesting fella. He's an interesting gent. He's an interesting bloke. Okay? These are much less posh. These are not posh at all. And then the blighter had the gall to be rude to me. I think blighter, you can either use it poshly or the complete opposite. So in this level of poshness, blighter is completely neutral. Then guy, buddy, these are both very American. Yeah, he's a really interesting guy. Um, though buddy, yes, is to when you're calling someone, hey buddy, could you tell me the time? Very American. This geezer, you can't say excuse me geezer, that doesn't work. But then this geezer stands up and takes off all his clothes. Okay, very working class. And then this gentleman takes off his clothes. Yeah, this is much posher. This gent takes off his clothes. This is probably between the two. Okay, so a whole set of words for you. Try and use the right one in the right situation, and that's not very easy. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. So, fellow, fella, chap, gent, gentleman, dude, blighter, guy, geezer, boy, lad, gentleman, customer, buddy, and there are probably some more as well which I haven't mentioned. Enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.